allegorically. I was hanging around people with master's degrees and doctorates yesterday. I don't even know what an allegory is. I thought it was a river in New York or somewhere. No, maybe that's Allegheny. I don't know. Could be a mountain range too, now that I think about it. This is a comparison. It's a metaphor. It's a simile. Call it whatever you like. But if somebody pulls up beside you and rolls the window down and breathes in deep, are they going to get the world? Are they going to smell the gutter? Or are they going to smell fresh baked bread on you? If they pull up, you realize an allegory? I don't know what it is. A metaphor? They don't really drive up and roll their window down. They just interact with you. They just see you away from here. You've got to take the smell of fresh bread out there so that people smell it and go, wow, I like fresh bread. I like honey buns. I like Twinkies. I like Zingers, lemon. If you ever want to get me something. No, don't do it. We got the recipe book, guys. But if that recipe book is nothing but a historical thing of years ago, that's 1978. No different. We need it to be May 2010 fresh. How many of you buy bread and look at the date? Any of you? How do you find out if you want to buy it? You're raising your hands? You read the date on bread? Here, I'm going to save y'all a ton of time. Squeeze it. How many of you, that's how you, yeah. Now, I am not recommending you pull up to anybody, roll down your window and go, not the point. That one might have got away from me right there. Now that if anybody, when I say amen today, I recommend everybody run to their car. Don't interact with anybody. The point of it is, you don't have to read about fresh bread. You test fresh bread. Don't just forget that one. But did it make the point? Now, you guys that read, that's kind of good because we don't want to get away from the word in my analogy. But if bread is fresh, you'll know it. I'm not going to squeeze anymore. Wow. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and we're done. Is God making a difference in your life? Does it matter? Does you having a relationship with God change anything or make any difference? Give you any encouragement? Help you make your plans and make your decisions? Is it making a difference in your life to know God? I'm asking this morning, is the odor of God's freshness on you? When I rolled down that window and I told my wife to breathe in deeply, thinking we were going to smell that fresh bread from Colonial Bakery, we got gutter. She did not know what I was trying to say to her. When people check you out, when they roll up beside you and roll down the window, breathe deeply and smell gutter, it don't matter what you tell them. You can tell them whatever you want to about God. They say, no, I already tested. It's stale. It's old. And I don't want your bread. Question 3, do unbelievers ever hear from you that there's fresh bread in Moravia? Some of you live several miles away, and I can only say thank God, and I am amazed how far people will drive to go to church. But can I tell you this? If you're willing to drive, could we assume that anybody that lives closer than you would be willing to drive too? If you're from Moravia, could we assume that there's people who live right here who don't go to church but desperately need it? Have they heard there's fresh bread baking in Moravia? I'm not telling you I'm a master baker, but I do have the recipe, and I know what fresh bread smells like. And I'm telling you I'm ready for a visitation of God. I'm ready for God to do something fresh and new and wholesome. Builds strong bodies 12 ways, but that's a different bread. All of them work. Rosemary, come and help me a minute. I don't know what we're going to do. Play Sanctuary, would you? Play Sanctuary. Lord, prepare me. This morning, the sanctuary.